What's up guys, welcome back. It's hard to believe it, but the holiday season is right around the corner and I'm here to help you get prepared. Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious gumbo style collard greens straight out of the Best of Both Worlds cookbook. You guys probably know AB from Smoking and Grilling with AB and myself co-authored a cookbook together, and this is one of his recipes that we'll be trying out today. But before we get into that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. Alright guys, meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. First things first, let's take a look at these ingredients. Here we have the Cajun Trinity, which is comprised of bell pepper, celery, and onion. We've got some smoked turkey neck. You can use turkey wings, turkey drums, whatever you got or whatever you can find at the store. We have some chicken broth. We have some vegetable oil, flour. That's gonna make our roux for the gumbo portion of the recipe. We've got some chicken base, garlic, gotta have some andouille sausage, and of course the star of the show, some collard greens.
And this episode is sponsored by Bespoke Post. It's a monthly membership club delivering awesome boxes of top shelf goods from under the radar brands. It's free to join. Every month they introduce their members to cool new products, outdoor gear, barware, home and kitchen goods, clothing, and even more. The box lineups change every month and each box has around $70 in value, but you only pay a fraction of the price. What I love most about this company is 90% of the products in the Bespoke Post boxes come from small businesses, many of which are based right here in the United States. And the best part about all of this is you only pay for what you want. You'll get a box assigned to you each month based on the quiz you take when signing up, and before it's shipped to you, you'll get a preview of what comes inside to decide if you'd like to keep it, swap it for a different box, or skip the month entirely for absolutely no charge. You only pay for what you want, plus the box lineup changes every month. Just look at all the cool stuff I got in my box. I can't wait to make some cocktails with this stuff. I'm super excited about this and I think you'll like it too, so get 20% off your first box by clicking the link in the description box and enter the code MAKEITHAPPEN at checkout, or go to bespokepost.com/makeithappen and get 20% off today.
All right, so here we have about 1.5 pounds of smoked turkey. These are turkey necks, but again, guys, use whatever you can find at the store. I'm gonna go ahead and get the chicken broth boiling with the turkey necks in there. That way they get nice and tender, the meat falls off the bone. So we're gonna add 10 cups of chicken broth, store-bought or homemade, whatever you have. I'm gonna bring that to a boil until the meat falls off the bone. It's gonna make sure that the chicken broth is nice and flavorful. And it's gonna help get the turkey meat nice and tender as well. So that's 8 cups, here comes the last 2. I'm gonna cheat a little bit also and go in with about 1 tablespoon of this Better Than Bouillon. This chicken broth that I have is low sodium. So I'm gonna add a little bit more flavor, amplify things a bit with 1 tablespoon of this. There we go, that'll dissolve as it comes up to a boil. All right guys, so one of the most important steps when making collard greens is the preparation and the cleaning of the collard greens. The way I like to do it is fold the leaf over the stem. I'm not gonna use the stems personally. If you wanna use the stems, then by all means, go ahead and chop them up and throw them in there. But for the rest of you guys, the stem doesn't really get as tender, so I like to get rid of that. The best way to do that is to fold the leaf over the stem and then just rip it right off like so. Usually comes off pretty easy. Then I like to pile up the leaves and then we'll slice them up and clean them. Again, guys, there's a million ways to do this, no right or wrong way, but this is the way that I've found is easiest. Just like that. So then we're gonna roll our greens up. Some of you guys know how to do that better than others. No pun intended. And just cut them into whatever size pieces you like. I like mine in strips like that. They fit on the fork nicely. And just repeat that until all of the collard greens are prepped, and then we'll clean them off before they go in the pot. Now, my friends, it's time for the fun part. I broke out my old school Dutch oven. And now we got 1 cup of oil in there with a medium flame. And now I'm going in with 1 cup of all-purpose flour, effectively making a roux. The key to this is to keep stirring it constantly. You don't want to walk away from it because they do have a tendency to burn pretty quickly. So that's why it's important to manage your flame. You want to work over a medium to medium low heat. And just get in there with your spatula, mix everything together. You can use a whisk if you want to. And depending on what you're going for like a gumbo, you want a darker roux. If you're making something like a cheese sauce for macaroni and cheese, you want a blonde roux. And just the longer you cook it, the darker it'll get. So just keep your wrist working, move that roux around. Don't let this intimidate you guys. If you've never burned a roux, you probably haven't made that many of them, but it's really not all that hard. You just gotta focus and babysit it a little bit. So for this particular recipe, I'm looking for about a caramel color on my roux. So it's gonna take probably about 10 to 15 minutes to get there. Just manage your flame, keep stirring, then we're gonna add in our veggies. All right, so as you guys can see, we're about half the way done. The roux starting to develop a little bit of color. Just wanna keep it moving. Another 5-6 minutes, we should be right where we wanna be. All right, my friends, we have finally reached the color that we're looking for on our roux. Didn't really take that long. We got a nice, beautiful caramel colored roux here. Very important tip though, you wanna kill the heat at this point before you add the veggies. You wanna make sure that you don't have any splatter, because if this stuff gets on your skin, it's gonna burn pretty bad. All right, so at this point, we're gonna go ahead and give this a stir. Allow those veggies to start getting tender. Let this cook for 2 or 3 minutes. Starting to smell amazing already. The roux will continue to darken up just a little bit. All right, so once we got the veggies in there, smelling good, we're going in with our andouille sausage. It's a great sausage, very flavorful. Got a little smokiness, a little touch of heat. Very common in Cajun and Creole cuisine and fits perfectly for this recipe. So we're gonna mix in the sausage. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. And it's just about time to get in there with our chicken broth. All right, so since the veggies got a head start, now we're going in with 2 to 3 cloves of diced garlic. Fresh is best, but use whatever you got laying around the house. And now it's really smelling good in here. You got the garlic, you got the Trinity, the andouille sausage, a perfectly colored roux. Now we're gonna take the flavor to another level by adding in our seasoning. All of these are listed below. Don't forget, guys, all the specific measurements and ingredients are listed for you in the description box below and in the Best of Both Worlds cookbook. That link is provided for you in the description box as well. And it's free shipping right now with code SHIPFREE at checkout. Perfect for the holiday season. It's gonna make a great Christmas gift as well. Grab yours while supplies last. It wouldn't be me if I didn't sneak in a little bit of AP. This also has some onion powder and garlic powder, a little black pepper, a little salt. So that's gonna round out the seasonings today. Give that a good mix, and now it's time to go in with our chicken broth. Then we'll pull the, once we get the chicken broth in there, we'll go ahead and pull the meat off the bones of the turkey necks and add that as well, because why the hell not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Once you get your chicken broth in there, give it a mix and bring it up to a simmer. At that point, we'll start adding in our collards and let them roll and get nice and flavorful. Soak up all that deliciousness from our pot here. Oh man, this is gonna be good. All right, so now that we have all the collard greens in there, we're gonna let them simmer for about an hour and a half, absorb all that flavor. Go ahead and throw the lid on there, put it on medium low, check on it in about 30 minutes. So this is how we're looking, just about ready. Oh man, look at that. Gumbo style collard greens. If you guys haven't tried this one, you're in for a treat this Thanksgiving, or whenever you decide to make it. We've gone ahead and shredded all of the meat off of the turkey necks. Now the recipe in the cookbook calls for turkey legs, but I couldn't find any at the store. It's probably a little early for those. But in my opinion, there's nothing more flavorful than turkey necks. So we're gonna work that in, give it another 10 minutes or so, one final touch of seasoning, and we'll be ready to plate this up and get ourselves a taste test. All right guys, as you can see, we went ahead and plated this up. This is the part where I say brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me guys, looking good. The only thing left to do is get in here for a taste test. I've got my fork, but before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. Here we go. If that doesn't make it to Thanksgiving, I don't know what to tell you. Get yourself a cookbook. The link is in the description box below. Ship free is the code for free shipping. Thanks for your support. And right into it with a classic recipe. Or the new, should I say a new spin on a classic? Because it's not technically new. What's up guys, welcome back. It's hard to believe it, but the holiday season is coming in. Got some bloopers today. I feel rusty. I'll be showing you guys, what the fuck am I trying to say? Well, 15 minutes, you just, you know, Jay-Z listen to the beat for a little bit, mumble.